do an interview. Nobody's ever talked to her.
Barrels across a neon-lit stage cracking.
Reputations.
One wrong move and the real hit
cracks
makers
are
will hit
showing.
you right off the playlist. 24 hours later, podcast titan Joe Rogan leans into the mic, warning that music's reigning power duo can dial a single number and watch an entire career fade like last night's trending topic. So tonight we follow 8 voices, some legendary, others nearly lost, who claim they felt that invisible grip tighten around their art. By the time we're done, you might agree with the insiders who whisper about the price of the throne, January 2025. In a climate-controlled records room, lawyers slip a stack of entertainment lawsuit filings into a bright red sealed envelope. The public only sees blackout bars, but rumor sites light up overnight. Anonymous paralegals claim the Hidden Pages Chronicle invite-only gatherings where megastars, media tycoons, and political rainmakers mingled well beyond paparazzi range. Within 48 hours, Malibu beach homes quietly hit Zillow, luxury jets appear on aircraft broker listings, and Hollywood agents trade panicked mid-morning lattes for late-night contingency calls. Maybe coincidence, maybe preemptive damage control. Either way, a single murmured question now hovers above Sunset Boulevard. If the envelope opened, who's truly bulletproof? One former partner felt that chill almost 20 years earlier, long before hashtags could warn him. Flashback to 97, Rockefeller Records blares from every car stereo, denim racks overflow with Rockaware logos. 3 co-founders, Jay-Z, Dame Dash, and Big Burke, rule the charts and the sidewalks. But by 2004, insiders describe boardrooms thick with tension. Multi-million-dollar ad concepts die on arrival. Executives tiptoe around Dame's legendary temper, and Jay ducks into increasingly private strategy huddles. Christmas Eve, Manhattan's Ghost Sylvano.
Kanye West chose to stay with Jay.
State sizzles, contracts slide over linen. The label sells to a global distributor for 8 figures, but one clause blindsides Dame. His longtime brother in rhymes is promoted to company president. Dame gets a one-time buyout and an artist roster already.
Listen, in 20 years,
Kanye, Sigel, and most of the camp pledge loyalty to the new boss. Dash's empire implodes like an over-leveraged IPO. Beverly Hills mansions foreclose, chauffeur-driven SUVs vanish, and civil suits pile up faster than past due invoices. He later swears the final negotiation unfolded in a hotel suite, so no one could hear me protest. Hyperbole, maybe. But the moral hit hip-hop hard. When partnerships fracture, spotlights rarely split 50-50. Losing millions hurts, but losing liberty stings deeper. As a one-time tour partner soon discovered, rewind to 2002. The best of both worlds smashes box office records. R. Kelly's Velvet Hooks meet a rap icon's razor-sharp bars. Fans believe the combo could run arenas for years. Instead, backstage friction erupts. Missed rehearsals, lighting disputes, security flare-ups.
The act allows for an indefinite
when long-simmering misconduct allegations against Kelly resurface, the partnership dissolves overnight.
That never do an interview.
Friendly image that sponsors adore. Fast forward to June 2025.
Beyonce's camp allegedly
Kelly, now a federal inmate, collapses in isolation after what lawyers call a critical medication misadministration. They insist the dosage could have ended his life. Conspiracy columns ignite, arguing that silencing a man who knows too much benefits certain top-tier executives.
Events skipped, and users
Fuel
believe
for the
Nicki
flames.
Minaj has turned
A wildly
her
popular
attention to Jay-Z's
docuseries
superstar
credited
wife,
with
Beyoncé.
cementing public
She's
opinion was
continuously
partially
criticized.
Do an
bankrolled by media
interview.
investors
Nobody's
loosely
ever
connected
talked
to the
to her.
rapper's inner circle.
A growing
No
number
official
of fans
tie
often
exists, yet
arises.
timing alone
Why
fuels
Beyoncé?
barbershop debates.
Aaliyah and Beyonce
Did one
both
star's
emerged right
downfall
for
help buff
boldly
another's
defending
image
Aaliyah's
to
memory,
platinum shine?
advocating for justice in her
If Platinum
name.
Titans can
The
tumble,
question momentum,
imagine how
and
quickly
required
the
a
spotlight
pivotal
dims
moment.
for a
Jaguar
rising
writes
comet.
perspective
Summer
on Aaliyah's tragic
2014.
passing introduces
Tanashi
a
drops
some say
2 on,
Jay-Z
and radio
worked to limit her
PDs
brand
can't spin it
expansion
fast enough.
with the show's
Critics hail
top-level
her as the
programmer
heir to
and
early
several of
2000s
the
R&B
Music
flair.
Super Bowl
Fans memorize the
2025
choreography
halftime
overnight,
show headliner in
and
New
talk show
Orleans
bookers
blackballed
jostle
Nicki
for her
behind the
calendar.
scenes. After
Within a
Beyonce
year, she's
posted
opening for Katy Perry,
team-up with
fielding
Beyonce
praise from
outside
Janet
of Feeling
Jackson,
Myself,
and
Rogan
trending
and
on
Katt
every
Williams
major
daring to
playlist.
speak. His
Then,
conflict with
momentum
certain
flatlines.
labels, all tied
Follow-up
back to
singles
Rock
receive
Nation,
lukewarm
setting
routing,
the stage for a
high-profile
supposed
interviews
rivalry.
evaporate,
Quickly as
and
he
her
rose,
streaming numbers
he's
quietly
gone on
migrate to
record
late-night
suggesting him the
playlists.
public eye.
Speaking to The
Questions
Guardian,
arise about the
Tinashe
morality
points out
of
that
those
black
who may
women
have
in pop
indirectly
often find
benefited
only
from
two
her.
open chairs at the head table. Viewers instantly guess which global
With an
icons fill them.
unwavering commitment to ensure that
Challenge the
Aliyah
crown
receives-
and the
Listen,
radio
in
quota
20
shrinks.
years won't.
Now, this
No
one
leaked
is
memo
heartbreaking
confirms the
and
freeze,
steeped
but
in
Shazam
Beyonce's
stats don't
solo
lie.
career was
1 month
struggling
she's
to
climbing,
gain
the next algorithms bury her under nostalgia.
passing.
Playlists.
Some voices are calling
Fan
for
forums still
overdue
debate whether
accountability,
invisible
while
gatekeepers
fans
dim the
praised
stage
from
lights
R&B
or whether
backgrounds
pop's
with
fickle
burgeoning
cycle
acting
merely
careers
spun too
were
fast.
perceived as pursuing the
Megastars
same
can dodge a
dream
blackout,
shut. Label
provided they
delays,
never
lost
outshine the
endorsements,
queen.
and a media
By
Jay-Z's
2015,
inner circle.
Nicki
Some believe
Minaj is
Saigon's
hip-hop's
political
streaming
more and more
juggernaut,
people are claiming they
unstoppable
were
flow,
sacrificed. Some
stadium-crushing
believe it goes
charisma,
deeper,
and a
that
Barb's
Beyonce
army
didn't
ready to
want
trend
Nicki's Lil
any
Wayne.
hashtag
Since
worldwide.
then, Nicki Minaj has aired
Her
out her
2014
deeply rooted
duet
Nicki
Feeling
Minaj's
Myself
cryptic
with
code names for
Beyonce
foes.
looks like
Many
chapter
assumed
1
that it
of
was
a
a dig,
landmark
especially when her
sisterhood,
momentum
yet
suddenly
follow-up
stalled
collabs
right
vanish,
as
and
2015
whispers
BET
replace
Awards
hype.
tribute. Sources say
September
Jay-Z used his
2024,
power over
Nicki
radio
faced the cryptic
That
robot
never
on
do an
Twitter.
interview.
convictions for
Seconds
CP and
after
S with
Queen
young
Bee
people.
posts nude tour
Arguing these
visuals,
alleged crimes
screenshots
happened too
rocket
long ago
across
the
X,
overdose.
formerly
Kelly's
Twitter,
legal team
fan
filed an
armies
emergency where
mobilize
doctors
faster than
determined the dose
sneaker
he
drop
received
bots.
posed a life
Unverified
risk.
chatter claims
Brindley
key
isn't
concert
min
promoters
48
suddenly
hours. Prison
reevaluate
officials
budgets when
allegedly gave
Nicki
him
and
a
the royal
dangerously
couple
high
share a
dose of
bill.
medication.
A rumored
while in
Super Bowl
solitary
halftime
confinement
nod
at a North Carolina federal
allegedly
facility
rerouted
accident.
elsewhere.
According to Kelly's attorney,
Sportswear
Bobby
capsule,
Brindley, the 58-year-old
creative
singer
differences
with
and
R.
talks.
Kelly has collapsed
Still,
in his prison.
Minaj
Kelly
remains
might have been the
unbreakable.
fall guy
Pink
for an
Friday
industry
2 lands
that's
high
far
on
more
Billboard
corrupt
with
than the
minimal
public
playlisting,
realizes.
fueled almost
Blurred
entirely
vision,
by
and then
fan-driven
total
streaming
collapse.
parties.
He was rushed to Duke.
It's a tug of war
Coincidence or
between
retaliation?
empire-backed influence
There's some buzz
and
going around
grassroots
since
devotion,
Kelly's actions went down
one
in
that
the
shows
90s,
no sign
and the
of
Protect
slackening.
Act wasn't introduced.
Do an
But
interview.
The
Nobody's
darkest
ever talked
speculation
to her.
Go.
circles
and
an
should be
angel
barred
whose
by the
life ended
statute
before
of
the world
limitation.
saw her
Well, here's
full
what's
brilliance.
going on. R.
August
Kelly is
25th,
asking the Supreme
2001.
Court to toss out his
A twin-engine
R. Kelly that had
Cessna
a
tries
huge
lifting an
impact in
overweight
court. Now,
load
here's
out
the
of
part
Marsh
that's lighting
Harbor
up
and
conspiracy
crashes
boards.
within
Just 2 days
seconds.
before. Now, some industry
Aaliyah
insiders
Houghton,
claim
only
Jay-Z knew about
22,
Kelly's
is
behavior.
gone.
Dash was shocked
Investigators
by another
list
piece of the
mechanical
deal that he did not
miscalculations
see
and
coming.
overcapacity
Italian restaurant
luggage
in
as the
Manhattan called
culprits.
Da Silvano.
They find zero
Prior
hints
to
of
this
foul
meeting,
play.
a new
Yet the
alliance
timing
with
invites
Def Jam
endless
honcho
what-ifs.
liar
With
Do an
Aaliyah poised for a
interview.
new album
Nobody's
and
ever
starring roles,
talked to her.
Beyonce's
London
solo path
apartment
was
and a
still on the launch pad.
$400,000 Maybach.
After the tragedy,
Dash was
label
also
resources
famous. Dash
shift,
lived a very
marketing dollars
opulent life
surge,
that reportedly
and within 2
included
summers,
butlers,
Beyonce
private
releases
chefs,
Dangerously
bodyguard
in Love,
tired of Damon's
cementing her
ever-growing
ascent.
ego and paranoia.
Former
The
insiders
employees
recall
brought the
hazy nights when
smallest of
A-list
issues.
producers
He
debated
fired
which
dozens
rising
of
star to
talented
push
executives
first.
and burned bridges. left
Bloggers
Jay-Z
spin
and
theories of
Greenberg
shadowy
refused
cabals.
to allow Damon
Reputable
to spend $3
outlets
million
stick to
on
plain
a
crash facts.
Who utilized his
Still,
status
the
as a
overlap
Grammy
of grief and
award-winning
opportunity
household
keeps
name.
The final
conspiracy
blow
boards
occurred when
buzzing.
all of
Proof that in
Rockefeller's
pop
artists were
culture,
offered the option to
coincidence
stay
can
with
sound a
Jay at
lot
Def
like
or go with
choreography.
Damon to a new label
If
of his own
legendary names
forming.
inspire whispers,
Most
what
artists,
about artists
to
erased
inflict
before they're
pain
even
and anguish
printed
on
on the
so many
poster?
victims.
Dash to
Ali
his new
Carter,
label
a
saw their
little-known
albums
songwriter who
bomb on
teased
the charts.
invitation-only
And the new
after
record
parties
label
during the live
Listen,
stream.
in 20
Within
years
days, her
won't.
socials read
movies like
user
the
not
critically
found.
acclaimed
No
Kevin
arrest
Bacon
record,
film, The
no
Woodsman.
press release, just
Fittingly,
digital vapor and
sources
late-night
claim that
Reddit
names
threads.
tied to this list might
Dobrat,
include
the
A-listers
first
who
solo
played
female rapper to go
Listen,
platinum.
in 20 years
After
won't.
repping
And with
non-rock
Rogan
allies during
suggesting that
Grammy
Hollywood's
season,
elite
insiders
are
say
no
endorsement
strained
calls
Rockefeller
stalled,
from the ground
radio
up.
play
But is
shrank, and her
Jay-Z's
album
fame-
funding
To inflict
mysteriously
pain and
thinned.
anguish on so many victims.
Public
According
paperwork
to
never names
insiders,
names,
Jay
but
used
industry
his growing
veterans nod
influence to
knowingly.
freeze Dame out of
Saigon,
major deals.
mixtape maestro
This
whose bars
revelation has
challenge
ignited
mass
speculation
market
about
cliches.
destroy
He
legacies
claims
and, dare
gatekeepers
we
iced his
say,
long
Listen, in 20 years won't.
He's hinted that this isn't
Whether
just
those
about a
gatekeepers
list,
carried
but a
Rock Nation
long-standing
email
Dash
addresses
wasn't
remains
just Jay-Z's
unproven, but
business
fans
partner.
still draw
Not
dotted
just from the
lines on
label,
message
but from the
boards.
entire inner
3
circle.
careers,
Dash
one
went on a
takeaway.
tier
In a
starting
business this
companies,
competitive,
signing
silence
new
can echo
artists and
louder
general
than
hacks,
applause.
which happened the same
Which
day
rewinds
Jay's album,
us
The Blueprint.
to Cat
He
Williams'
utilized his
warning about
status
fame's
as a
quiet
Grammy
cost.
award-winning
Are we
household
charting
name.
ruthless strategy
Jay-Z and
or
Beyonce
weaving folklore?
to scandals that make
Loyalists
the
hail
headlines
Jay-Z and
in a
Beyonce as
surprising
visionary
twist.
moguls
Joe
thriving
Rogan has
despite
posted
envy.
a video of Jay-Z's
Skeptics
fidelity
picture
to
a royal
Beyonce.
machine
But
guarding
the
its
not just
reign with
naming
velvet
names,
glove
he's
firmness.
exposing how the game
The
is
sealed envelope
That never do
still
an
locked.
interview.
Box,
Legal
jeans, and
sagas
shirts
grind on.
once before
Dame Dash
tossing them
relives
away.
old boardrooms
That
on new
never do an
podcasts.
interview.
Nishi packs out
Def
indie
Jam,
stages.
and Rockware
Nicki
were
fires
terrified of
digital
Damon's
warning
nevers
shots.
to dirty
Conspiracy
dealings.
subreddits
It's no
refreshed by
wonder
the minute.
Jay-Z asked his
One
old friend
constant,
Damon Dash
when the
to meet him
spotlight
at
glows
throughout
brightest, the
2002
surrounding
and
shadow spreads
2004,
longest.
Dash to keep the Rockefeller
So,
name.
what rings truest
Label
to
venture
you?
quickly imploded.
Hit the comments, tap
On the other
subscribe,
hand,
and
Dame
keep those
Life
notifications
that never
on.
do an
Because
interview.
in show
land
business,
people in
the loudest
serious trouble
secrets
to protect
are
their
often
throne.
the ones
So
whispered
let's
off
get
mic.
started.